Can I understand where they're coming from? I try to understand where they're coming from, try to understand what they're thinking. Because once you make that human to human connection in love and light, the communications flow so much better. Because now the questions are not they're not antagonistic, they're not threatening, right? They're communicative. We're understanding, we're resonating. Can I understand where they're coming from? I can. Now I know why they feel so strongly about that. I don't agree. I don't agree with them, but at least I know where they're coming from. But now, as I am resonating with them and I am asking those questions, now I'm able to communicate with them in such a way that I'm resonating with them and I'm looking through their eyes because they're telling me what to look at, and I'm looking at what they're telling me to look at by giving them my attention. And so I can understand all of that. Now, when I ask questions and I try to communicate with that person, instead of trying to communicate at them, I communicate through them. So I say, yeah, well, I noticed that you're looking at that. And yes, I got exactly that. And now as you're doing that, but do you notice just to the left over there, that thing? And they're going to say, yeah, well, you don't want to look at that. And I'm saying, well, okay. Well, and why don't we want to look at that? Well, because that's going to be such and such and such and such and such and such. And you say, well, okay, thank you so much for sharing that. I find that interesting because that thing that you're saying isn't interesting. Like, to me, that's something that's kind of calling to me too. So I don't really know what that is, but maybe we can look at that, right? Do you see how we can expand the abilities to be able to listen to one another? We can expand our understandings.